Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today's short little video, let me get in the frame a little bit. Today's short little video is going to be how to put your GSXR, this is a 2002 to 1000 cc, it would be the same for a 600 or 750, but how to put your early K-series Gixxer into dealer mode. So you can basically get your code, basically a check engine light comes on and you want to get the code, you got to put it in dealer mode so you can figure out what code you have so you can troubleshoot it. I don't know if you guys have been following this channel at all, but I got this early series Gixxer that I've been working on, and I put the brand new battery back in. It turned over and it fired up instantly, and then I let it idle for about 10 seconds. I cracked the throttle and then it died, and then after that it would not start up. It would crank, but it would just, there was no ignition. So I said, what the hell? Started messing around, figured out, I ended up having a tip over sensor. For today, let's just put this bike into dealer mode, okay? So what you're gonna need for this, it's real basic. I just got, you know, just some 16 gauge wire. I think it's 16. Yeah, 16 gauge wire. Cut yourself like, I don't know, just a few inches, 5 inches or so. Skin both ends, and I'll show you where you basically have to jumper out these two pins, and that'll put your bike in dealer mode. Alright, so here's the bike. I got the matte white fairings on it, which I spray painted and sanded myself. You can check that video out on the playlist. I've got my tank propped open, but this step isn't necessary. But you will have to remove the seat. You'll have to remove the rear seat, okay? So you put your key in, pop it. That should release the rear seat. For me, you might have to remove the tail section. It all depends on where your connector is. But off the main harness for the tail section, you're going to find this connector here, okay? So it's got a red and white and a black and white with this cap on it, all right? So all you're going to do is pull this cap off, and basically these two wires, they're pressed into this connector, right? 1, 2. So if you look at it, it's the two opposite sides of each other, so it's these two pins. You can see them in there. And then all you're going to do is take your piece of number 16, which is what I had, but if you had something smaller, that would also work. But you don't want to go much bigger than this, okay? And then let me put the camera down and I'll show you what you do here. You're going to plug them in. Like I was saying, you'll see these two wires. All you're going to do is take your jumper. You know, you can use a paper clip if that works. You're just going to basically jumper these two wires out. 1, 2. That's it. And that should put it in dealer mode. Alright, so you've got your jumper in there. Now, I've already cleared my code, or at least it should be cleared, but here's your C23 code. If you have a C23, this is the tip over sensor, okay? It's got to be in the upright position. You can see it says upper, and there's a mount just in front of the battery. So make sure that's mounted. If it's mounted and you're still getting issues, I think you've got to have a look at your sensor, which there's just a couple pins here. But let's just forget about that. Basically, once you've got your pin jumpered out, you're going to go turn your bike in the on position. It's going to say check engine light. And then when you put the ignition kill switch on, it should say COO if you've got no check engine light, basically. I think that means clear. If you do have an issue, it's going to load the fault code there. So I had a C23 earlier, like I was saying. And then from there, you're going to go on the internet, figure out what you got to do. For me, I had to just basically tip this sensor in the upright position, kill the ignition, put it back on, and it cleared itself. And then I'm off to the races. So now with that, I can kill the engine, shut the bike off, and pull your jumper. And that's it. Yeah, so that's today's little video. Very basic. You know, I'm learning with this bike just like everything else, how to troubleshoot it and stuff like that. I thought it was really odd that I cleaned the fuel filter, which I have a video on as well. If your bike's got issues idling and running and you think you might have some rust in your tank, which I do. I got a de-rusting video a clean filter cleaning video, and some other goodies on here, but check those out if you got time. Yeah, so you know, I put it in dealer mode there, and I was able to figure out my issue, which I think what happened was I took the tank off and I somehow pulled that tip over sensor out, and it was sitting in just the bottom of the harness upside down. So when I put the brand spanking new battery in and fired it up, it just pretty much killed itself instantly. Other than that, if you've got an early series K series 1000 or a 750 or a 600, you should consider subscribing, because I've been going through this bike, just kind of rebuilding it, get ready for the spring season, which I'm pretty excited for. It's a long ways away, but you know, we can dream. Anyhow, guys, take care, have a good night.